The old Victorian sits on a quiet street in the quaint Minnesota river town of Hastings, the color of sunshine on the outside, the inside a bit darker at first, if you don't understand.
And my realtor said, this house sounds like exactly what you want, but it's there must be something wrong with it because they're hardly asking anything for it. We came in the back door, and both my realtor and I looked at each other. We knew it was haunted.
That didn't stop Annie Wilder from buying the house more than 20 years ago. She shared the stories of what's happened here since in books, on blogs, and in frequent tea parties she hosts, telling the stories of the families that have lived here in the past while finding comfort in their continued presence. But this is the first time she's been able to have a conversation with the ghosts who call her house home. Thanks to a couple of visitors, Paulette Moon and her son Chris, who carries with him what can only be described as a wooden box with a bunch of dials, something he calls the spirit phone.
It's actually the completed version of Thomas Edison's telephone to the dead. This is the machine that he was working on before he passed away. He wasn't able to complete it himself, but in death, he actually came through to a man by the name of Frank Sumption, who was a physical medium, and Frank built the box to his specifications, and you can actually hear their voices coming through the machine.
Sounds hard to believe, right? Well, we went in open-minded and listened to what happened next.
Can you tell us who's here with us tonight?
Several. Everyone. They're just stopping by. And then they said someone's an idiot.
That's probably me.
It's really very interesting. From the first time I came to the front door and just stood there and picked up the energy and walked inside.
Just had this vortex right here opening up right here.
Oh my God.
Yeah, we've got an actual vortex opening right here. Can you see the bright light up at the top there? That's a vortex opening. That's where we see all the spirits start coming through at once. So this could literally bring through hundreds or thousands of spirits all at once.
Let's not do that. And what's really interesting is that Annie is so intent in finding out everything that she can about everybody that's there. So it's very important that she do this. This is her purpose.
A purpose that Annie is still in constant search of.
Yes, are there any animals here? Some from the past. I'm thinking cats.
2. No, make that 3. Yeah.
Is one a tabby?
Don't know. I'm guessing, she said, I'm guessing. Yes, man said yes.
Did you call her Bose?
Yes. Yes.
That's cool.
She told you, yeah. They told you. Love that cat.
I heard that.
Love that cat. Well, when I first walked into the house, the first thing that I felt was just this storm of energy that came through, and I knew that there were several different types of spirits that were here right away. And one of the first spirits that came to me was actually a little girl in the hallway. I felt a brush on my hand, and I had the impression immediately. She told me her name was Olivia.
Chris also brings these rods along with him, adding yet another layer to the conversation.
Now, basically, spirits will actually start to use their energy to pull back and forth on the rods to let us know that they're here. As the energy increases, they'll start to move more and more. Technicians assist. Patrick's here. There's actually dozens of voices underneath that I have to go back through and pull out. So while we're hearing the certain voices over the top, there's definitely mini spirits that are trying to communicate through there.
What was it like for you to hear that, Annie?
Really cool. There's a difference between hearing knocks and poundings and whispers and things like that and hearing actual voices. It makes it much more personal and real.
Wanted to see if Leon was here with us as well. I am.
To me, it sounds like a radio station that won't quite dial in, but Chris seems to speak the language.
Thank you so much for coming through, and also thank you for playing with the rods here. That's always fun.
So let's go up to the playroom.
No matter which room we choose. We've heard a lot about this playroom.
It is the most active room in the house, and I actually do not let kids sleep in this room. In the daytime, the energy is sunny and bright and cheerful. It's the only room I've ever encountered where the energy flips.
Great. There are lights in here, right? With the help of a night vision camera, we watch as Chris invites the spirits to come in and talk.
Any spirits here who want to communicate, if I could ask you to please move towards me. and let me know that you're here so that we can turn on the device and speak to you?
His mom has a quick reaction.
Chris, full meter. Full meter.
Full meter. Okay.
Full
yeah.
meter.
We're up.
Yeah.
They're by
right
me
now.
right now. That's
Okay.
what's going on. That's why I'm not
Yeah.
picking up anything.
I've only seen that once before.
Okay.
Okay, can anybody see the meter here? This means that we absolutely have the strongest amount of spirit activity.
Chris and Paulette consider themselves the only mother-son psychic team.
Low energy, darker energy.
Paulette herself is from a long line of psychics, and she knew there was something different about her pregnancy with Chris from the start.
So this didn't really take you by surprise?
No, not at all. When I was pregnant with him, I knew he was going to be my experiment. I knew that he was probably going to have some sort of psychic ability, and I couldn't wait to find out what it was.
And sure enough.
Sure enough, he does.
They started talking to me very early on, so it's something I started experiencing about age 7. Okay, Mom, you've got spirit on your legs. They're actually on your legs right now. I'm gonna go
They're
ahead.
draining me, Chris.
Okay,
They're
I need you
draining
to hold on.
me. Okay, they're draining me.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, they're pulling, pulling,
Let's see
pulling.
the color.
I enjoy working with him. It's a pleasure. I like spending time with him, and you have the same sort of crazy sense of humor. So, I mean, you have to have that in this business, so it kind of makes it fun.
I can tell you guys are both feeling things at the same time, and did you hear that? Did you see that?
Right, yes, we play off of each other. What he doesn't pick up, I might pick up.
You're taking a lot of her energy. I'd like to ask you if you could, please, I'd like to ask the spirits in the room to please don't take all the energy from her. You can also take energy from me as well.
By now, they are used to the skeptics, remaining focused on providing comfort and closure to the people who need it.
We've definitely had some people who've come to our events that came in completely closed-minded, and now they follow us all around the country.
It's impossible not to buy in, even just for a bit, especially in a house with so much history.
So Chris, you just took out your camera and you certainly captured something.
Definitely did. We first, and it's interesting because it moved. We had it on the ceiling first, and then it moved to the door jamb, or they moved to the door jamb, I should say. And the interesting thing about this one, I know it's small, but you can actually see the feature of an eye in the spirit energy. So if we take that and put that on a computer and use a filter, you can actually start to see the features of a face coming through.
Annie is now working with the Moons to write a book.
It really talks about all the different experiences from when Chris was a child and the things I saw in him, all the way up to all the different kinds of investigations using the telephone to the dead or the ghost box in order to get a lot of different information. So it's really about all of that and all of our experiences, crazy as they are.
There's a lady who just came in. Dorothy, named Dorothy.
I want to talk to Dorothy.
Back to the playroom before we go. It's where Annie hears from someone from her past.
She's been waiting. Go
Oh,
ahead.
Grandma? Is this Grandma? Is this my Grandma Hendrickson?
Sweet. Yes.
Oh
Go
my God.
Love
I-
you.
I-
Love you.
But I wasn't expecting her to come through tonight because I was so focused on my house and house spirits and the book I'm working on and things like that. So that was pretty cool. Thank you, Grandma, for all your help. I've been praying to her a lot lately.
But you also heard thank you, and this is your purpose.
Yeah, and that is, I do believe that my role here is to be a scribe, to tell the story of the house and to help protect this house, which is so unusual, and that this house is kind of a place of learning, a place for people to learn about the spirit world in a safe and positive way. I feel very fortunate to live here.
Life to the Max is brought to you by Life Touch, photography for a lifetime.